Welcome to the League of Legends Unofficial Champion Rework Spotlight, featuring Tahm Kench, the River King. Tahm Kench is back to terrorize the Rift with some new and improved abilities. He also has the best skins on this side of the river, such as Master Chef, Earth Kench, Coin Emperor, Arcana, and High Noon. Tahm Kench loves to deceive those he encounters on his journeys with the taste of what they want, only to drag them into a place they can never return from. In-game, he is a flexible top laner and support, bringing both defense and utility throughout the Rift. Be careful, one minute you'll see the demon, the next, the abyss. Tahm Kench only desires the finest dining meals, so as an hors d'oeuvre, we'll start with his passive, an acquired taste. His basic attacks and his Q deal more damage based on level and a percentage of his bonus health. When hitting champions, he applies a stack of acquired taste, lasting for 5 seconds and stacking up to 3 times. Once 3 stacks have been applied, his other abilities gain additional effects. Once we've gotten a taste and our appetites have started to demand more, we go towards our next dish, the appetizer, which is, in this case, Abyssal Dive. Tahm Kench dives to a target location, dealing damage and knocking up every enemy within the area of his arrival. If he hits at least one champion, 40% of the cooldown and mana are refunded. This ability is great to engage a clumped up team or to get sneaky picks, but be careful. If you miss your ability or go in without your team knowing, you might find yourself caught out. Use Abyssal Dive to bring the fight to them. When Vel'Koz gets too close, I slow him with Tongue Lash to make it easier to knock him up with Abyssal Dive, forcing barrier and then flash from him. My Jhin can then flash to get the kill. But because Lucian is now targeting me, I retreat. Since my Q is on a low cooldown, I slow him, heal up, and re-engage on him from the reduced W cooldown I got earlier to give my Jhin a double kill. Before we get to our main dish, we must sample some salad. After all, before we gourmandize our meal, we have to prepare our stomach before the feast that is to come. For his E, passively, Tahm Kench stores a portion of damage he takes as a gray shield. If there are at least 2 enemies nearby, the amount stored is increased. After 4 seconds of not taking damage, Tahm Kench will consume the gray health, healing him for a portion of the shield. He can also use 100% of the gray shield and turn into an actual shield that lasts for 2.5 seconds. Use your E when you feel like you're about to be bursted out. Here I grab my ADC and get our ashes out as fast as possible. After spitting her out, I use thick skin to give Tahm Kench a nice shield to protect him from potentially being executed by Evelyn's ult. And finally, we come to our main course, his bread and butter. With his Q, Tongue Lash. Tahm Kench lashes his tongue out. If it hits an enemy, it deals magic damage and slows for 50% for 2 seconds. If it hits a champion, it applies a stack of acquired taste and heals them for a percentage of missing health. If the enemy champion already has 3 stacks on them, it will stun them for 1.5 seconds and consumes all the stacks. This ability's range scales with your size, so the bigger you are, the farther you'll hit. Tongue Lash is a great ability to slow down and damage targets. Hitting an enemy champion gives you easy access to apply more stacks of your passive. Once you have all 3, use your Q again to stun and continue to pick out their health bar with autos to build up your passive to again apply the stun once your Q is off of cooldown. Tahm Kench is a champion who can have his cake and eat it too. His ultimate, Devour, allows him to eat a champion of his choosing. If it's an ally, he takes them on a one-stop shop to untargetability and safe travels for up to 3 seconds. When they are spat out, they gain a rapidly decaying shield. When they are inside Tahm, he is unable to cast any movement spells, but he does gain a 40% movement speed boost and is able to use Abyssal Dive. If you desire a taste of your enemy, you cannot devour them up front, because before you do that, you have to first apply 3 stacks of acquired taste onto them. When you eat an enemy, they become suppressed, you are slowed at this time, and you cannot use Abyssal Dive. When you spit them out, you deal massive % health damage to them. A new addition to this ability is the opportunity to devour enemies from afar. If they have 3 stacks of your passive on them, use your Q and immediately ult if you hit them to stun and drag them towards you, potentially catching them off guard. This can catch someone trying to escape the fight. Where do you think you're going? Devour is a wonderful ability to get your teammates out of trouble. When Sejuani attempts to dive my Jhin with Jax, I eat up Jhin and bring him to safety, spitting him out and giving him a shield where he would have been killed by LeBlanc without it. Tahm Kench is great at fishing out picks on champions who play too aggressively. Here we see Jax jumping out, but then going back in when he has 3 stacks of acquired taste on him. I Q art Jax to drag him away as far as possible and let my team finish the job. Your role as Tahm Kench is to get as many stacks on someone as you can, and to tank for the team. I auto and slow whoever I can while being in front so that my team can be guarded. When Shen attempts to get away, I knock him up with Abyssal Dive, lick him a few times, and stun him, giving my ADC enough time to reposition for the kill. Fearing for Syndra's life, I devour her to get her away to safety. When Evelynn and Yasuo walk over to my team, you guessed it, apply passive and slow. Lick, stun, repeat. Thank you for watching the Tahm Kench unofficial rework spotlight. Make sure to check out Riot's actual spotlight in the description below, and make sure to tongue lash that like and subscribe button and devour the notifications for more future videos. And now, enjoy this extra video I made.
Call me king, call me demon. Water forgets the names of the drowned.